Hello race fans. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what my 3D model actually ended up looking like. Obviously it's not a perfect article, it was really there just to give me an idea of how to put this car together. So what I've got here is I've got the original model, basically a mock-up of what the original car looked like, and then in pink here, this sort of see-through pink here, is the floor in front of the car that contains the radiator there and the oil cooler at the back there. So that's what it looked like originally. Now let me put in my model. Okay, so you can see in red the original beam. Originally I thought I was going to keep that, but in the end I decided I couldn't really use it, so let's remove that. Okay, now that's gone, you can sort of see what I've got going on. And let me add in the cradle as well. So there you go, you've got the cradle and the steering rack. So the wishbones are there, and this cradle is basically being used to attach the wishbones. I've also got the steering rack there as well, and in green you can see the extra framework that I've added. So I've got this sort of side here that I've added. This diagonal here I've actually done the opposite way, so I've actually gone from top left to bottom right, basically because this was a braided corner on this bottom right here, and I'm a bit concerned about it, and also I could get that diagonal closer to this bulkhead on this right hand side with the exhaust passing through this right hand corner. I've also added the flooring there, and then the diagonal across there, and the cradle there, and then this, if I zoom in, this left hand side, you can see I've got that going there, and then on the bottom, and then a diagonal as well. The reason why the diagonal is going from bottom left, top right is so it matches the other side, and I need it to go that way to miss the master cylinders that are going to be here. It does, you can just see what I've got here, it does actually clash with the radiator a little bit. Obviously this model is not perfect, it's not an exact representation, it's just to give me an idea, and if it does really clash, I know it's going to be close, then I might have to lower this radiator a little bit, but that's fine, I can lower the radiator and hopefully that's not going to cause a cooling issue. And the rack is going to go on top here. And you can also see that it goes, this upper connection goes from top left to bottom right, and that's really so it misses the steering rack more than anything. Ideally I'd want to go from top across, but I'm not sure if I could get it underneath the bodywork that way, so I'm not going to do that. I've also, you can see, added in this diagonal here from bottom left to top right. That's to try and give it some torsional stiffness. I'm probably not going to do that. What I probably am going to do, if I do decide to do that, is I'll add a connection from this bottom left hand here up to the top right under the steering rack, and then do it again on the other side. So I've got a cross that would really stiffen up the car internally, going from top to bottom, left to right. I don't know if I'm going to do that, it's a bit more work, but it would actually do a lot, I think, for holding up this front end of the car. So I'm going to know about how much work it's going to be, and maybe I'll do that, or maybe I won't. I probably will, because I seem to be doing all the hard things for some reason. But yeah, it won't be that anyway. It was just to give me an idea if that was feasible. So yeah, that's it. That's really what the car's pretty much going to look like once it's all back together. That's it.